Hello, hello, hello. This will be a how-to video on how to apply your decals to your cardigan, your gray cardigan, and your portfolio that came in the September Ivy box. I apologize. All three of my boys are playing in the background. I have the door shut, and this is as quiet as it's gonna get. Okay, so the items that you will need for this iron-on decal, you will need a towel, thin towel. You could use a bath towel, whatever towel you want. This is just to go over the decal so it will not, so the iron won't hurt your item. I use a craft iron, so I don't use it, but if you're going to use a regular iron, you definitely need a towel. And then of course you need your two decals. I'm going to be doing my mom's items today. So when you get your decals in the mail, you'll have an envelope. It'll have some instructions on it, and I think the instructions actually just pertain to a water bottle. People are still ordering the July Ivy box items, so that is for them. So anyway, you'll open your envelope. You'll have two decals, one green or whatever color you ordered, and then this one for the portfolio. So the bigger one is for the portfolio in case your decals say the same thing, and then the smaller one is for the cardigan. So let's get started. The cardigan is gonna be a little difficult to try to get centered and straight because you really don't have anything to align it to. As you can see on my mom's sweater, the word sorority is not even that straight. The T is a little crooked. So we're gonna have to just make it do what it do. So I will show you how to find the center of your decal first. So basically what if I don't have any like lines or anything to say this is the center, I fold my decal in half, and we don't want to fold it in half to where the ends of the transfer paper meet. We want to fold it in half where the last name, the last letter of your name, and the first letter of your name meet. So you just kind of fold it in half, and I just kind of pinch it right here. So that tells me that is the center of Ramel's name. On this cardigan, I am going to use probably right here, the middle of the ivy. I think the middle of the ivy is kind of like right here, not on the end of the little tail leaf part, but right here. So that is where I'm going to put this little crease, where I think the center is. And also, you just kind of figure how close you want your name. You can put your name all the way up there, as far down here as you want. You can even, if you would like to, put it over here on the other side. It's up to you guys. That's the cool thing about these decals. You can put them wherever you want. I even thought about putting it, you can't see the sweater, but down here on the pocket of the sweater. I thought that was cute too. Okay, so let's see if I can get this semi-straight. So I'm just gonna put it right here for right now. I also kind of look to see if your name is smaller. Some people ordered like Soror Ramel or Soror so-and-so, first name, last name. So their decals are a little bit longer. But if yours is shorter, you can also try to see if, you know, how much space you have before the beginning of this letter and how much space you have before the end of this letter. And so you can kind of play around with that. But what I do is, since I can't use this as an indication of if it's even, we're just gonna have to play is it even game. So basically I stick it on there how I want, and then what I do, you guys, I stand up and kind of hover over it to see if it's straight. So right now I'm already seeing that this is not straight. To me, it's like slanted downwards. So I'm gonna pull it up a little bit, but now I am gonna actually stand up, and I still think it's down. And also, let me tell you a trick. Well, not a trick. When you're looking to see if your name is straight, do not use the edge of the transfer paper because that is cut evenly. I have probably used my scissors to cut it, and so it's not a straight cut. So it's a little hard to not look at that line, but make sure you are looking at the bottom of the letters versus the bottom of the transfer paper. And also for this font, the first letter is bigger. So you kind of don't want to look at that. You want to look at the rest of the letters in the name. So for me, I'm looking at the EMELLE to make sure that it's straight. And so that looks straight to me, I think. Uh-oh, now it's really not straight. Okay. That's looking like Ramel is straight. And then I just want to make sure I'm trying my best to center it on that sorority ink. And that's as good as it's gonna get. Okay, so if you're using an iron, you want to just take your little towel that you have and you're going to place it gently over there, and then you would take your iron and you would hold it down on the decal for about 30 seconds. And then you would lift it up and you probably hold it on the decal again for another 30 seconds. That's what you want to do. So I have a little craft iron, so this is what I'm gonna do. And mine doesn't take 30 seconds, so he won't see that. And see, this is why I know how to get this out, but this is why you want to use the towel. Can you see the imprints from the iron? That's the other good reason to use a towel. So let's see if it's stuck. There we go. You want to peel it off slowly like I did. If you peel it up and you see that a letter kind of starts coming up, go ahead and just push it back down again. Also, if it's difficult to pull up, let it cool off, because this is the velvet material. Let it cool off and then peel it up. So also what you probably want to do is you want to unbutton your sweater and flip it inside out, and then iron it from this way as well. And that way you know that the adhesive is really melted in there, and that's what you would do with that. So that looks pretty good. Soror mommy. Okay, same this portfolio. You don't need to find your center on it because we're not trying to center it everywhere. This one is wherever you want to put your name. Some people I'm sure will put their name here, or some will put it here. Some want it right here. Some will put it up there, right here, wherever you want to put it. I thought it was cute right here. So what I'm looking at on this is this part of the ivy. And so what I really want to do is line this part of the ivy, just kind of make it go across the center right here. And so let me straighten this up so I can find my center. And once again, I am going to stand up because I like to look at things high up. Do y'all hear my child singing while he's using the bathroom? Okay. So I think that is going to be good enough for me. Okay, so same thing. If you have an iron, a big iron, you want to put a towel over it to protect this so you won't burn it, but I'm not doing that. Okay. Can y'all hear him for real? Okay. I think this one I had to wait until it was actually cool to peel off. Let's see. Yeah, you gotta wait till that one's cool. So wait till it's cool down. You peel it off like so. And that is all. Now if you want to, after you peel it off, you want to make sure it's really on there, you would use your towel again and maybe just go over it with the iron. And if you ever have like maybe a little piece that comes up, you would want to do that. But I always go through after I iron something on and just run my finger through it to make sure that it is all ironed down. Is that part? Yeah, all ironed on down. And that's how you apply the decals for the September Ivy box.